If your vehicle is showing a P2096 code, in this video, I'll explain what it is and how to go about fixing it. What is a P2096 code? It stands for Post-Catalyst Fuel Trim System Too Lean Bank 1. In simple terms, is that the oxygen sensors in the exhaust are detecting a problem with the air-fuel mixture. These sensors do two main things. They monitor how well the catalytic converter is working, and they monitor how much oxygen is left over after combustion. The engine computer uses this information to adjust the air-fuel ratio going into the cylinders. With a P2096 code, the computer is seeing that on bank 1, the mixture is too lean, meaning there's too much air and not enough fuel. In other words, the oxygen sensor is reporting that the air-fuel ratio is off, so the system needs to be troubleshot to find out why. On V6 and V8 engines, bank 1 is always the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder. So once you find cylinder number 1, that side of the engine is bank 1. One thing to keep in mind with a P2096 code is that it can be a little tricky to diagnose because it can be caused by a lot of different things. That's why it's important to pay attention to any other trouble codes that might be stored. Those extra codes can really help point you in the right direction. For example, if you're also getting a mass airflow sensor code, like a P0101, then you know the issue could be related to the MAF sensor. So, be sure to check for and consider any additional codes when diagnosing a P2096. Possible causes of a P2096. Well, one of the first things that can cause this is a bad oxygen sensor. The sensor may have failed and is sending incorrect information back to the engine computer. You can test the sensor to see if it's working properly. One common cause of this code is a faulty oxygen sensor. Another possible cause is an issue with the mass airflow sensor. The MAF sensor could be dirty, or it may have gone bad altogether. Quite often, these sensors just get dirty and don't read airflow correctly, and a simple cleaning will fix the problem. You can use a dedicated mass airflow sensor cleaner, clean it thoroughly, reinstall it, clear the code, and then see if it comes back. This is a very common fix. So the next thing to check with the P2096 code is the mass airflow sensor. Another common cause of a P2096 code is a vacuum or intake air leak. This happens when air enters the engine from somewhere it shouldn't, like a cracked hose, a faulty gasket, or a leak around the valve covers. All air should flow through the throttle body, and if it's leaking in from another spot, it can throw off the air-fuel mixture and cause this code. There are a few different ways to track down a vacuum leak. Some mechanics use a spray method. With the engine running, they spray around suspected leak areas, and if the engine idle changes, that usually means they found the leak. Another common method is using a smoke machine, where smoke is fed into the intake system. Wherever the smoke comes out is where the leak is. So there are a few different ways to find a vacuum leak, but this is definitely one of the next things to check. Another possible cause of a P2096 code is an exhaust leak. This could be a hole in the exhaust system, a damaged gasket, or any spot where outside air is entering the exhaust. When extra air gets in, it can confuse the oxygen sensors and cause incorrect readings. So it's a good idea to inspect the exhaust system, especially on the bank 1 side of the engine, and make sure there are no leaks or damaged components. Another potential cause of a P2096 code is an issue with fuel delivery on bank 1. This could be a faulty injector, low fuel pressure, a bad fuel rail pressure sensor, or something similar. One way to check for this is by using a fuel pressure gauge. You connect the gauge to the fuel rail on top of the engine, start the engine, and then check the fuel pressure reading. Every vehicle has a specific fuel pressure range it's supposed to operate within, so you'll need to look up the correct specification for your vehicle. For example, if the engine should run at 60 psi but your gauge shows 50 psi, that indicates a fuel delivery problem, which could be caused by a weak fuel pump, a clogged fuel filter, or a faulty injector. It's also possible that one or more of the fuel injectors on bank 1 is having issues. Maybe it's clogged, malfunctioning, or just gone bad. There are a few ways to check this. One method is to remove the spark plugs on bank 1 one at a time and examine how they're burning. Each spark plug can give clues about what's happening in its cylinder. You can compare the plugs to online spark plug burn charts. In general, if a spark plug tip is black, that cylinder is running rich and getting too much fuel. If the tip is white, the cylinder is running lean and getting too much air. If you spot a cylinder with abnormal plug color, you can test the injector for that cylinder or swap it with another one to see if the problem follows. So a faulty fuel injector is another potential cause of a P2096 code. The last potential cause to consider is a clogged or failing catalytic converter. Over time, these can get blocked with buildup or debris, which makes it harder for the engine to push exhaust gases out. When that happens, it can throw off the oxygen sensors and cause performance issues, contributing to a P2096 code. If you have a good scan tool, you can monitor exhaust or catalyst temperature data to check this. Another option is to use an inexpensive infrared temperature gun. Let the vehicle warm up for at least 20 minutes, then measure the temperature before and after the catalytic converter. If the temperature is higher before the converter, that's a strong indication it's restricted. So the final thing to check for a P2096 code is a clogged or failing catalytic converter. And that's basically it. If you have anything to add, feel free to leave a comment down below. If this video was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.